Guys, how's it going? And welcome back. So, video editing test on the iPad. This is my iPad Pro M2. As many of you know by now, we've been doing some videos with it to just kind of do things up before we do a review and see how this works. Now, I was attempting iMovie, and yeah, it sucks. I couldn't even get at my files on my external drive. So, we're opting for Davinci. Okay, this will be my first time actually using DaVinci on the iPad. Last time I kind of like just fired it up and that was it. I would go to a large screen to do this. However, I kind of have my dongle hanging out here with my data on it. But I like this where we can just hit import media and we're going to go to untitled. That's where all my stuff is sitting. We've got that and we're going to say okay, let's open all that stuff. And don't change the frame rate because we want it all the same. And now we can start piecing stuff together and seeing what happens. So we'll start with file number 1. And there's file number 1. And wow, it's like just rocking it for getting through that. Okay, so file number 2. File number 3. And we want the outro, of course. Go back to our beginning. And we need the intro. Got that. Okay, so now I got to clip sections out here. Cut it. Good. Okay, next section. Well, that's kind of cool. A little too fast, I think. This is probably where a trackpad would probably come in handy. Let's see what happens here. Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. So, I'm using my iPad, my new iPad Pro in fact. Plays really nice. Okay, so now I just want to get, yeah, I'm really super thinking that see, this is the one thing where you can do this so easy on the Mac. Okay, maybe that'll help a bit. Any other 1080 all in 4K because it kind of really doesn't upscale. I'm only a few feet from the camera, but let's switch over to the back camera and we'll see how that does, and we'll just continue on. Okay, so this is the next section I'm going to want to cut. So I want to cut that there. This is pretty much how I do all my video editing, like this. Now I got to remove this. I need to get it out of there. Somehow those tools magically appeared last time. This is not as simple. Okay, let's try. What happens if we hit delete? Oh, that works. Okay. Okay, guys, so now we're on the back camera. Okay, so back to there. All right, stop about there. Cut. Is that the section we want gone? Yeah. it back a little bit.
Okay, guys, so now we're on the back camera.
That's okay.
Alright, let's go do this.
Okay, so now I can just cut here, delete. Come on, delete, you dummy. Cut it. Delete. I guess I gotta select that small little section there.
Boo-boo there, but that's okay. Alright, so with the sound, so okay, guys, so now we're on the back camera, and like I said, it's a 1080 now, so you guys think? Fair enough? Alright, let's go do this.
Alright, so cut, delete. Delete. That's the section I want gone right there. This is not as easy as I thought it would be.
You guys think?
Okay. Cut it. Delete it.
Fair enough? Alright, let's go do this.
Oh, jeez. Right there. That's the section I need gone. There we go. Cut. Jeepers. What a chore.
To the back camera, and we'll see how that does, and we'll just continue on. Okay, guys, so I reviewed the footage of each camera, front camera, back
Okay.
camera, but for just room lighting, pretty impressive. Anyways, that's it, that's all. See you on the next one.
Okay, good. We got that done. Didn't take forever. Alright, now we need to export that. H.264, master, ProRes, YouTube, whatever. I'm just going to go to a master. Timeline file name. Interesting. Okay, let's just export. We're going to put it out to the drive. Timeline 1. Tags, and actually, if we go on my iPad, we should be able to just pop it right here. Okay, so let's save it right there. That's not bad. For all that, it's like less than 2 minutes. Render speed is 150 odd frames per second. That's a little different, but I think I could get used to it. But iMovie, no way. iMovie just, I don't know, it doesn't just give you that option to just click and import the way this does. This is much, much better program. And DaVinci Resolve, this version at least, is 100% free, fully functional. There's only a couple of features that you miss from the free version to the paid version. And if you can do without those little features, which are minor, then keep the free version. Who cares, right? But if you really want those little extra features, then yeah, I'd probably say pay for it. But for doing this just on the iPad and with a keyboard and mouse, definitely going to be really handy. I'd never do this with just my finger or a pen. No way, right? Or the Apple Pencil, sorry. But keyboard and mouse access, yeah, that works. Naming this, on the other hand, I was kind of a little disappointed with that part. I gotta have to figure that part out. Anyways, looks like it's done. So now, the next thing I usually do is I'll just go and I'll get rid of all this stuff. But you gotta get rid of it from the timeline first. So I just cut it out. Cut it out. I do the same thing with iMovie, except with iMovie, I always leave my intro and my outro up on the top board. And I think I might do the same here because I want to play more around with this. So create, remove all this, clear poster frame. No, how about we just select and delete? Yep, so we just select and delete. And delete. And delete. So on iMovie, I would leave these two here all the time. So anyways, all right. And we'll get out of there. So much fun. Okay, now that we got all that done, let's find out where it lives. And it should have just been called timeline. So on my iPad, timeline. Here's where we can rename it. Pro camera testing. Now I actually just did this video and uploaded it. I thought I'd just use the same footage instead of cutting new stuff. But there it is there, and now I can just double click it.
Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. So, I'm using my iPad, my new iPad Pro in fact.
That actually is pretty good.
To do this video because, like I said, we had more testing to do, and this is just one other thing is to test out. In this case, we're using the front camera. There is a huge difference in megapixels. Sound quality we get and I'll give the front one an A just because, you know, it is lacking in the megapixel in comparison, and you can actually see the difference. You know,
works great. I'm impressed. Now we can close off all this stuff. Okay, there's our video editing. What do I think? Well, I think with Davinci, it's really good. I actually quite enjoyed that. It was a little interesting experience compared to doing it right on the Mac with the Mac version of the same program. It's a little bit different on the Mac. It's actually, I found a little bit easier. iMovie, though, I found was actually quite stupid because I want to create a movie, but then where am I getting my stuff from? It's not giving me access to my stick, right? And it's like, well, what kind of good is that? You know, I need access from the stick. It also doesn't give me access to the files area, you know, so if I go into files, right, we got this here, but, come on. Oh, would you just let me have what I'm, okay, done. Okay, so in the files area, in here, we can get access to all our stuff. So if I want, I can take this and I can just ship that over to my drive as a finished video, and away I go, type of thing, right? So no big deal. But to try and do this through iMovie, even if I select all of this, I get to compress it, duplicate it, new folder with 5 items, share, quick actions, delete. That's it. Like none of that would be, you know, to put it into iMovie. So I'm not quite sure how this newest version of iMovie works on the iPad. I generally don't use iMovie anyways, except on my Mac. So, but doing it on the iPad, that's really strange. But Davinci, freaking right. That is a really nice program. It's like just boot it up. You know, it actually boots quite fast too. You know, and you want to import your stuff, you can import it. Not a big deal. Too simple, right? So I really like Davinci on here, so I think that would be my main program that I would personally use. I haven't tried Final Cut only because I haven't downloaded the trial version yet, but yeah, Final Cut you got to pay a monthly subscription for after your 30 days is up. But I think in all though, I think this works quite well. So let me know what you guys think in the video. Just down below in the comments what you think about video editing on the iPad. Is this something that you would even want to do as a like an all the time thing or just as a sometime? For me, I think it would be more of a sometime thing, not an all the time, because in my opinion, an iPad cannot replace a regular desktop or laptop computer fully. Not a chance. But anyway, let's continue on. I think I've only got one or two other things to test out on this thing, and then we can get to doing the review on my entire thoughts and feelings on this particular iPad. Anyways, catch you on the next one. See ya.